How are you all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. We're here today with episode 4 of Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Last episode, we were inside the dungeon. We actually captured the dungeon, and it turned out that Galtus the Invincible, Galtus the Invulnerable, Galtus the Surviving. That's going to be his nickname from now on. It turns out that he is not actually, well, first of all, he was invincible. He was indestructible. And he was surviving, and he's most likely dead now, so he wasn't really surviving for that long, but he's dead now. But they did capture the dungeon. They met a genie, and we got a little bit of information throughout the episode sprinkled here and there. Not too much, but we got a bunch of things that were just like kind of like ha 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 ha, like that meme, you know, the ding 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 ding, the what's called Salt Bay. We basically had that last episode where like we found a little bit about Well, I was gonna say this I was gonna say this definitively, but we don't actually know. There was maybe not an inkling, but more so, there was a mention. I think that's the right way to phrase it. There was a mention that maybe, keyword being maybe, Alibaba might be from like a royal household, a royal family, because his swordplay was royal swordplay. Which surprised Lord Hamil extremely. You know, he was like, oh, why have we got royal swordplay? What is going on here? And he's like, well, I'm not gonna say shizzle. So he didn't say shizzle. So hey, maybe, maybe. Keyword here, maybe. Again, he could also be a royal swordsman instructor, which I've got written down as one of my possible theories here. But yeah. Then we also had Hamil's master slash teacher, who was at the end with the Magi. Again, that was just my speculation because of the clothing that they were wearing, the cloaks and whatnot. So I don't know whether that's actually factual, but he most certainly looked like him. So just because he looked like him, I'm gonna say yeah, he was there with the Magi. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see just like first of all, more Magis in the show, and second of all, maybe like the teachers and masters, and finding out more about them. If it isn't the same person, and if there's like a group of them, you know, that'd be like an advisor to a king, basically, or would be king, or king slash would be king, basically. Now we also found a little bit about the Magis themselves, sorcerer of creation, that guide king. Which they're apparently a reincarnation of Solomon. To me, it basically just reminds me of Merlin the wizard, who obviously, you know, from the fable tales. I was gonna say historically, but no, from the fable tales, of course, who obviously guided King Arthur, and you know, kind of in that way. So you know, the guiding kings, basically. So they're obviously very important, and we obviously saw a black-haired Magi at the end who destroyed a tower. Sorry, the dungeon Amon. But we don't know in what form they select their kings, and I think that's going to be very important because you know, there are two ways I can think of right now that they could select the king. They were like, oh, you know what, I choose you, or they could be like, well, okay, let me rephrase that. It could either be like, okay, I choose you, and then that person is destined to, you know, rise to the top, if that makes sense. Or they could be like, I choose you, and then they kill everyone around them that could be a king to make them a king. Like, do they forcefully make that person that they chose a king, or because of the fact that they chose someone, does that person become a king? Or the third one, even if they chose someone, does that mean that that person is not a king? You know, we don't know enough yet. There's obviously a lot of ways this could possibly go, but again, I just wrote it down. I just wrote down that they guide kings, so they don't actually select. They guide slash select. So are we assuming that Aladdin shows Alibaba, considering that, you know, the royal sword style, That would be my first assumption. That would be the easiest assumption to make. But I don't know whether I want to head into this like just kind of like with a straightforward, the narrow view. I don't know whether I should broaden my scope and just be like, yeah, let me not just be definitive here and there. Let me just actually sit back a little bit and just observe. You know, if that makes sense. But hey, let's get started with episode 4. I would say let's get started with episode 4, ladies and gentlemen. The music in the show is awesome. Now look who you're calling master now. Look who he's calling master now. Oh no, why have you gotten her? Why have you gotten her? Oh, he's got no shame. Absolutely no shame. Damn. What a nice lad. What a nice lad. What a nice lad. Most likely I too am grateful. Most likely. Okay. Yeah, he did have the symbol. I did notice that. The magic vessel. And he's just in the bed chilling. He's just in the bed. Let me just new lights. Ah, the butterflies. The butterflies. Okay, interesting. That's what I want to know. The home of your soul. That means why? Toya. Oh no, Toya, you can enter. Toya, you can enter. Oh my. Never mind. Never mind, Toya. I forgive you for intruding. You can enter. Most certainly you can enter. Lotgh. Ah, she likes him. Damn it. Lucky fella. Everyone else in the background is like, ah, lucky sad. And huh? Look who is staying with. Well, yeah. Walking there would take 2 years. 2 years walking there. But even in a caravan, it would take what, a year? Simple. Simple but effective. Ah, there you go. There you go. I just met her for 1 day. 1 day. Breaks her neck. Meets her for 1 day. Breaks her neck. Okay, cool. I'm assuming that's the invaders. Who's that? I think she was in the opening, no? Did she just kidnap him or is she returning? She's returning. Okay, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Okay. 155th king. She's like, what, 80? Damn. That's tens of thousands of years. The greatest nation in history. Oh, we get some lore. Why do I feel like... Okay, get rid of him. He's terrible for diplomacy. See this lad? Don't. So who is he? Yeah, well... Yeah, y'all need to leave this to like the elders. They're calm, but this guy is fuck him. Fuck. Well, why would you have him with you? Well, unless he's like exceptionally talented at something, like he can like smell the wind and know exactly what enemies are or some shizzle like that. Because they didn't come here for that. Was we could like choose her. Flying carpet, like I was saying. He saw a girl, he was like, oh yeah, I'm staying with her. I'm staying with her, bruh. Frick Alibaba, I'm staying with her. You're so just calm, you maybe. Is that gonna be a thing now? Is that gonna be a thing now? He just like dips like, yep. See you later, bruv. Flies off. Why even need horse and carriage? Their soldiers are gonna like attack in the morning or something. I would never kill. Oh, they've been taken hostage. That's what I mean. You can have a right. You should have executed the guy. That's the least of their worries. So much for the Queen's word, or the Highness's words. Baby after baby. Oh, fab, bruh. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, she looks good regardless. She looks good regardless, alright? But still, y'all gotta pay. Yeah, the Kouga clan. You don't want to start war right now. Let's get your girl, bruv. You'll be like, he's too far away. Ah, he brought her along. A young man appeared before them and said, humans, create a nation and live united under a king's rule. Whoever overcomes the tower will acquire the power to be king. Alibaba? He just... as the Magi. The Great Kouga Empire. Okay, their blades are clean. Their blades are clean. There's no blood on them. There's no blood on the blades. Good. Good. I would have scarred him. I would have like scarred him with the knife and written like kidnapper on his face so he could permanently scarred for life. That's what I would have done. But then again, because of Magi. Yeah, everyone here has their girl. I'm just saying. Line up, eh? Line up, eh? Line up, eh? But everyone has their girl. Damn. Survives.
そうじゃ。わしの愛しい子供らのひ孫やしゃの顔を見るまでは。皆と共にわしも生き抜いてゆかねば。
Exactly. The fuck? In my head, I was like, oh, okay, she's heading out alone. There's only two things that could possibly happen. Either she's just gonna be slaughtered right there, or she's like gonna transform and like fly away and be like one of the, what, be a butterfly. One hell of a way to end the episode. What a hell of a way to end the episode that I have to say. Damn. Well, first of all, rest in peace, Grandma. Rest in peace. Okay. Okay. I did not. Well, I saw. I didn't say it, but I just kind of saw it coming out. Like either something's gonna happen to her, or she's gonna do something, and it was the former. This means war, doesn't it? This means war, doesn't it? It's that one fuck, isn't it? It's gonna be that one fuck, isn't it? I would have just written on his face, you know, kidnapper, brought him in front of their queen, be like, you know, we didn't kill him to start war, but this guy right here, he kidnapped our villagers. So if you do that again, next time you do that, we'll slaughter him. I would have been like that, a stern threat, but brought him back all the way to their tent and been like, yeah, take him, punish him, basically. If you're true to your word, punish him. If you don't want war and we didn't kill him, punish him. That's what I would have done. It's gonna be that fuck. It's gonna be that fuck. It's not even fat, but it's gonna be that fuck. All right. This episode, we got so much information about like the Rachmaninoff. We got so much information about him. The Rak, son of Rak. The waves of innumerable lives. So the butterflies are these waves of innumerable lives. It made sense. This episode, they were constantly talking about life. They were constantly talking about like destiny, life, and all that kind of stuff. The Rook, not the Rak. Rook. Let me write that down. Rook. Sorry, I'm just thinking about something else right now. I'm thinking about the story that she said about like the person that came out of the dungeon being called the Magi. Because we know there were two Magi. The other guy had black hair though. He's got blue hair. And with the way that they were talking about family in this episode led me to almost believe that like maybe that black hair dude is like his brother or something. But I don't know yet. In other words, the home of your soul. The home of your soul. The home All living things return to one place when they die. Body, the physical body returns to earth, and the soul finds its way back to the Rook, you see. Alright. Alright. Well. And we had the history as well, as I mentioned. Person who... King of the world, I guess. Person who was king of Zavaldo. I can't say it. Zavaldo. King of the world was called the Magi. Was called Magi. Not climb. I keep saying climb tower, but like went through tower, went through dungeon. This episode had a lot of information, but I feel like a lot of it. We had Her Highness too. She's obviously going to be important. Granddaughter of not the Kouga clan. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her. Why would you bring that one fuck with you? She seems genuine and honourable, and she brings that one fuck with her. Like, I'm sorry, but you're just a bad queen. You may be honourable, whatnot, but you're naive, and that's the big issue here. You're naive. You're pretty though, but you're naive. You're naive. I'd follow you most certainly, just because you're pretty, but you're naive. All right, that's all it boils down to. You're naive. I'm the third child of the first emperor. The third child of the first emperor. First emperor. Third child of the first emperor. That's the key part here. First emperor of the Ko Empire. Ren Hakwe. Ren Hakwe, huh? The other guy, I'm trying to see, like, the other guy has a sword. Maybe I thought, like, maybe he has, like, a vessel or something along those lines. But no. Nothing of that sword. Nothing of that sword. Nothing of that sword. Granddaughter of the 155th king. Like, come on, son. Like, come on, son. That's 1,000 years. If each king lifts, well, granted, each king, you know, being king means that you get assassinated early. So I don't know. A young man appeared before them. A young man. Are we gonna find out who that is? Are we gonna like I'm assuming that because of sprinkling the law right now, of course, as Alibaba finds Aladdin and then Aladdin continues finding himself. I'm assuming that we're gonna like find out more, if that makes sense. Well, not just Alibaba at this point, Alibaba and Morgiana. I mean, Alibaba obviously, you know, setting free the slaves, but they're now gonna look for Aladdin. So I don't know how long this search is gonna be because she obviously said 2 years. But he's got a flying carpet. He's got a flying carpet. First of all, they have to sort out everything that's happening now because we're out with the granny dead. There's gonna be war. Let's be totally. Let's not kid ourselves. There's gonna be war. That fuck just the fuck. All right. he's got to die. He's got to die, and he's got to die. Should have killed him. I wouldn't have blinked an eye. Then again, there would have been war. That's why I would have brought him like in front of the queen. We're like, he kidnapped our people. Now, if you don't show us, you know, if you don't deal him punishment that is just and fair, you know, to his crime, then we will not enter. I know he wasn't. I know the guy wasn't the chief and everything. He's not the elder, but still, he's not Baba. But still, that's basically what I would have done. Send a strong message. Strong, not a gamble, not a strong gamble, but also a strong message, you know what I'm saying? That's what I would have done. the country that was created at that time, said to be our own, the Great Kouga Empire. "155th daughter." Is that why she can see the Rook? That would actually make sense if she was like a distant relative, I guess, a relative of the Magi that created this great kingdom. The person that came to be known as the Magi. Is that why she can see the Rook? In the same fashion that like Aladdin can see him. I don't know, I'm just speculating here, of course. Anyway, Baba dead. Let me write that down. Baba dead. War. Question mark. More so an exclamation mark, really. Exclamation mark and question mark, right? Alright. Shot her in cold blood. You monsters. There's a shot in the back. I mean, she's wearing all that clothing and she's wearing a coat. You know, in real life, you probably wouldn't die right away from that. It would hit you. The arrow would most likely be stuck in you because that's obviously how an arrow is built. Like once it gets to a certain length inside of your body, it's very hard to push it out. So that's why it's very hard to pull it out. Actually, not push it out. I was like a harpoon, really. But she's old. She's weary. She's old, and she goes down. Alright, I like this episode for the lore aspect, and I'm assuming next episode is going to be much more of a oh yeah, we're coming for you, like escalation aspect. You know, that's what I feel is going to happen unless like Ren can actually promise doing something, because like she's the only royalty at this part, and I keep wanting to say Aladdin, Alibaba. Like I keep wanting to mix those two names up, but unless like Aladdin can like say something, he's like, I'm the Magi, you lot listen to me now. Unless that's like something, I don't know. All right, I'm assuming there's gonna be war. Unless like Ren Hakuei can like prove herself to be worthy of having the royal title by doing something that's very diplomatic. Who knows? Unless that was actually her that shot that out. Then I'd be like, oh fuck, what just happened here, bro? But yeah, folks, ladies and gentlemen, that was a good episode. That was a very good episode. We'll see what happens in the next one, everyone. Until next time, everyone, have a nice day. Peace out, and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.